Yo, welcome to Madhouse Pro. Happy Thanksgiving to all. It's time to enjoy the holidays. But for my audio engineers, producers, and other music people, let's jump into this real quick. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over fast and furious type deal. Now, it's thorough. I'm going to cover Samplitude Pro X, FL Studio, Studio One, and Pro Tools. I have to optimize my system so that I could do this video, but you always want to optimize your system. So today we're going to hop in something real different. This is getting your system ready to record. The heart of your system, your digital recording system, is your computer, right? So you want to go, let me open up Control Panel. You want to go to your sound settings first. This is very, very important. Your playback, you can see it say Universal Audio Thunderbolt WDM. That lets you know that I'm using the Thunderbolt Apollo Twin, right? That's what I'm using. This is what my system is going through. I go to back inputs and outputs and all that other good stuff. But you could as well be using Complete by Native Instruments, one of their interfaces, or one of the ones coming that I see Focusrite. You know, I'm not getting paid by these companies. You could use that interface. So that's what this system is hooked up to as your new audio card, right? So it's going to give you better inputs and all that other good stuff. So next thing is important. You want to go over here to microphone, right? You go down to properties and you want to go all the way over to advanced. You see that I have a 2-channel 32-bit 48K. That is the sample rate that my system is running at now for Windows to see everything, and you want to alleviate as much popping as you can and cracking. You want to make sure that you set all your systems up to 48K, because this is what the Windows system is going to run at. You want to match that sample rate, right? Got you. Okay, so that's it. We click OK. First, we're going to go over Samplitude Pro X. So we're going to open that up, right? I'm going to try to do each DAW and keep them open and operate to see if we can work this magic. We're going to do an 8-track, 8 IO joint, right? All right. When you're in your DAW, you want to go to make sure that you're set up correctly, right? So this is for this one. Audio setup. When I hit the control panel, it lets me know we're running at 48K. So we're hooked up to console, which is the head nature of your Apollo Twin. This would make everything run good. So console is down here in the bottom right. You can see my mic is moving up and down. But when you check the settings, you can look right here. The rate is 48K. So you want everything to run at 48K because everything is running through the Apollo Twin, right? You want everything to run through the Apollo Twin. That's what you want. So you want everything to communicate at 48K. So we got the first DAW set up. We could close that. It's still active. So we go move on. FL Studio 21, very popular. I mean, I like it. That's why I got it too. You hear that ring. You want to go to options, audio settings. You want to check. My sample rate is 48. I'm dope. I'm good. 48 sample rate. Don't need nothing to change. You could close that. We're going to minimize that. So they're going to communicate at that level. So if you see down here, OBS is first because that's what I'm recording through. Samplitude, FL Studio. Let's go to PreSonus Studio One. This one made my system crash earlier. I had to. All updates are not good updates. And I'm going to say that because I had to roll this sucker back because the WAV files, I did an update. The WAV files would not drag and drop, just to let y'all know. So if you look at this Studio One, I'm going to say about, this is 6.5.1. This is the latest one. But anyway, it's working now. We in here. Let's open up a new file to try to get everything good. I'm going to do this now. We're going to drop the files that we're going to use for this this presentation. 48K undecided. So I'm going to click all these. I'm going to do this now so I ain't got to come back and do it. But these are the files that I'm going to use. And we're going to use them. Let's drag and drop them here. Let's see if we don't have any issues, because last time it said unsupported. They came through. All right, so we're going to minimize that. I should have did the other ones. Let's open up Pro Tools. Pro Tools, y'all. Hey, gave me the flux this morning. I should do Studio. No, I'm not gonna do that one. Pro Tools, but Sonar 8's an old one. I think it's Band Lab and Bandcamp and all that other stuff. But we're gonna go to this one now. This will say 2022. This is free. I haven't updated it. I do have the other version, which with the glorious from my days at Tribeca Flashpoint. I will let y'all see that picture real quick. But here's that iLok, baby. The iLok is the dongle that used to help keep everything running. Also, yeah, a little bit of the history. Here's Studio One. I had it when it was Studio 1.1. But we ain't gonna get into that before they made it up to 6. So we're gonna create one here as well. We're gonna call this Untitled number 5. Click create. Choose a different name. I got 5. Okay, how about number 9? 59. Okay, create. All right, we in there. So let me maximize this. I want to get rid of this. Delete. All right, now I'm gonna minimize. So, oh, my bad. I gotta show y'all something else. My bad. Pro Tools. The setup. The input output. We want to make sure. Let's go to hardware to make sure we're set up right. Click launch setup app. Voila. 48K. So we on that one. And I'm going to just double recheck. I'm going to click this one. Close. I'm going to recheck PreSonus Studio One. I missed that window because I was loading the files. But sit down right there. 48K. So we all good, right? All right. So we got 4 DAWs open at once. I'm moving pretty fast, y'all. We at the 7-minute mark. Right about now. Let's go. So let's open up FL. No, we're going to go Samplitude Pro, right? File. Let's import the files. So we go load audio files. Already in there from a test today. Click. We're going to click open, right? 32-bit. Click open. How do I want to load them? If I click this, they'll go from left to right on one track in a row. No, we want them to load on different tracks. One on top of each other. Click OK. There we go. So let's listen to it a little bit. All right. So we got that one. So let's sound pretty good. Let's go to FL Studio, right? Now, file, I went to open or import. I went to import and it just say MIDI. So I got to re-look into FL Studio because I know you could drag and drop, but I thought it should be a different way of importing the files. But we're not going to get into that. Let's do this. So I got them here. Now look at this. Man, drag and drop. Let's listen to this. Let's click it to song. Let's maximize this window and listen. Pretty good. Say what you say. All right. FL Studio sound clean. It looks good too. So the next one, PreSonus Studio One. We already dragged them over earlier. It had a hiccup. So let's listen to this. Clean, y'all. Clean. You know what, Ming Jing. All right. That's 3 out of the 4, right? We're gonna minimize that one. The last but not least, the Pro Tools, the industry standard. I went through a lot to get this on here. I didn't know Pro Tools and OBS had beef, but evidently they do because I had the issues. I had issues. I had to go see videos on this, and I had to get this to my understanding. So we're going to drag and drop, or we're going to import the files from the folder. So we import audio, and I have to change a lot, y'all. So we're going to go back to desktop, scroll down. Got my whole government name. The name, here we go, undecided 48K, right? So I got to go in here. I'm going to click all these, control, hold to control the Windows shortcut work. And then I'm going to click add files. They add them over. I'm going to click done. New tracks. Yes, new tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, look, this virtual 1 and 2, that goes through OBS so you guys can hear me. Luckily, we got 3 out of the 4, so let's knock this out the park. Get a grand slam. Wow. So, when you set your system up right and it's optimized to use everything, y'all, I'm running 4 DAWs right now, all at once. I'm not hitting the play button because I could hear a little crackling in my system, but that was only, I can't blame Pro Tools. I can't. But y'all probably didn't even hear it, which is a good thing. But the thing is, here we are again. I got 4 different DAWs. 4. At any given time, somebody may come to you with a different system that they created that track on. Like, if I was to use to close your eyes and I was to play this, you wouldn't be able to tell me, oh, that's from, he made that on Samplitude Pro X. Play it right here. Let's see. If I play it right here, you're not going to be able to say, oh, he used FL Studio. Let's go here. Let's go. Not gonna be able to say Studio One, PreSonus. And then when you go here, you're not gonna be able to tell a difference between DAWs. My opinion. That's only in my opinion. Now, when you're talking about dressing it up, running it a certain way, meaning, what do you mean dress up? I'm going to try to do this on the fly, y'all, because I didn't mean to go this deep into this video. So, let's go to view, window, let's go to mix. So, when they want to mix something, they're going to insert stuff, and they're going to make it sound real good, right? So, if I switch the mic, which I'm not because it will crash this system more than likely. So, let's just say on one of the channels, they wanted to, wow, look at this. So, Ozone 9 through 11, API. Let's do API. I did this the other day. That's on the EQ. Should we stay with it? I seen one say API Vision. Let's see, Dynamics, API Stereo, Pitch Shift. I just want one that we'll be able to use in all of these things, effects. Or if we just go to effect, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. Do I really want to get into it? Yeah, might as well, right? I want people to be able to know that the same tools that I may have, most of you guys have, and you probably got way more than me, some of these people. But these are nothing more than tools to help you make it sound the way you want to. To me, mixing and mastering is subjective to the audio engineer or the producer who's doing this. It's subjective to their hearing. Like, I have a hearing deficiency. Yes, I do. I'm not afraid to say that. I was in the military, long story. But let's look at this. So when you go through this stuff, you can add anything that you want to, that you own. A lot of this UAD stuff I own. Some of them are just there. They're not activated yet, and some are. So we're going to go with the Vision channel script right here, UAD API. Why? Because I know it works and I have it, right? So we're going to solo this first one just to play with it. And then we're going to work backwards. So we have Pro Tools, which is the industry standard. Let's go. So here's the mic. Here's the line. Here's the pad. Let's hit the pad. Let's re-hit it. Pad, you can hear the difference. Now we're going to use the first one that's I can't pronounce her name. Mencieli. Classic piano. We just gonna go. Let's turn it all the way down. Turn it back to 5. Okay. I'm gonna hit spacebar to stop. Let's see if it worked. Spacebar stop, it worked. So API Vision on Pro Tools, right? On the first one. So let's minimize that. Let's work backwards. Studio One. So, okay. I haven't worked in here in a while. Let's hit S to solo. Let's hit back to the beginning. All right, let's hit back to the beginning again. I haven't set up a loop. Let's go to we're using effects. So let's go to effects and see what pops up. So, oh, I'm in your way. I hope I went in your way on the other one. Let's go down to, this is a universal audio thing. All right, there's universal audio. I think that's their, the bundle thing, what they call the other ones. I forget. So let's go to API Vision channel. Here we go. So you just drag and drop it over here. So let's drag and drop it. So look, y'all sound like computer geek, right? That go in. She the first lady that was on here. Say satin Vox, but I thought it said piano. But we're gonna use that preset. Let's see. Turn it down. Back up to 5. Spacebar to stop. It works. All right, y'all. So we're using this stuff. Let's go to the next one. FL Studio. Left click to solo. Right click to solo. Oh, they got them all. Hold on. Oops. I'm messing up. Okay. All right, now, so let's go to the mixer. We got to go back to, we'll do this one. Mixer 1. Now we're able to put it on there. So let's listen. So you slot 1. Is API Vision on here? No, because I got too many. So let's click it like this. I haven't used this one. Yes, I got a ton of VST. We're looking for API Vision. So that's UA. Who did I go through? That's Waves. We're going Universal Audio. So we click Vendor to put them in order. UAD. Let's go to API Vision. And see, you could pick the ones you want. So here it is. Let's click that. Boom. Let's see this. API Vision. Click this. That go in. Satin Vox. Let's listen. Spacebar to play. Let's turn it down. Turn it up. 10. Back to 5. All right, y'all. Let's last one. Let's go to Samplitude Pro X. S to solo. M to pull up the mixer. Drop down box. I have to reread all that joint. Plug in browser. We'll go back vendor like we did the rest of them. Let's go to Universal Audio. I think the one above is for that. The other one, I can't even call it. Anyway, let's go down to API Vision channel script right here. There we go. Now, one difference I do see. Load a preset. There she go. And you got to go all the way through this just to load. Click open. Satin Vox. The other one was classic piano, so we'll click OK. Oh, wow. And let's play. Oh, that's the bass. My bad. So we go remove that plug-in. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Which one was it? Now I got to. Nope. Yeah. There we go. So we got to go to this channel, which is channel 5, which is solo. So we'll right click this one. let's say recently used. There it is. Well, I use this one. UAD AP Vision channel script. Let's pull this up. Let's hit the presets down here. Load. That go that and lady. Satin Vox. The other one was classic piano on the first one, but we ain't go trip. Click that and let's take it down. Take it back up. All the way up. Back to 5. Space bar to stop. All right, y'all. There you have it. Man, my bag. I was all in y'all way when I look at OBS. But hey, you never know, man. All this stuff, it could possibly do the same thing. The same thing. I haven't even a stress test this like that and be recording so you guys could hear as you jumped in between 4 different DAWs. Same sound, same VST. That's a debatable question. I would like to hear if any experts were to see this. I would love for them to give me their voice. Let me hear what they got to say, or chime in, or tell me why it sounds different. From my ears, due to I do have a hearing deficiency. I said that before. And you need your ears in this business. You really need your ears in this business. But to all my just listeners, I got family and friends who look at this. This gonna be out to Scott Carlton. You know, I know me and you went back and forth on me just listening to your music, dope music. You know what I'm saying? Dope music. And sometimes I'm gonna take everybody there, because you listen, and on the very basics of, can you hear it? Yes. Is it good? Yes. Some people don't go into depth of, I use this, I use that. I also use this to knock the peaks down, which is good. These are professionals that do that. We as consumer / artists, independent people, or DIYers, y'all know who I'm talking about. That's my guy, Curtis King. A lot of us gonna do this stuff ourselves. But I just went through 4 different DAWs. When you're recording, y'all, just go and record. Don't try to get to the standards of someone else. Do it to the standard of you. If it sound good, it is good. That's the motto. And being that I went to school, and it doesn't make me any better or any different, because I'm gonna be subjective on anything that I do anywhere I go. This school, Tribeca Flashpoint, located in Chicago. I was there as a student. Their industry standard was Pro Tools, which allowed me, I had to get this iLock. I have to, I'll show you. I had to get a MacBook. You know, yeah, it's got a cover on it. That was the industry standard because that's what they use. But nowadays, times change. I'm on a Windows system, and I'm sitting up here. I'm comparing stuff. I'm using some of the same tools that everybody else use, even the professionals. It's all about the person that's using the equipment. At the end of the day, that's all it is. You know, there are things about popping and clipping and going into the red. It's hot. You don't want it to clip. Things of that nature. All that stuff does play a part, because if your music is a professional standard, and when I say that, I'm saying that in the means of everybody like it. When you take that music to synchronize it, or commercials, which is still synchronization, movies, it hits the media, the TV, the internet. They want to hear a certain quality of music to say it's been mixed and mastered. That's all they want to know. Oh, yes, it sounds good, but has it been mixed and mastered? That's all they want. These are the tools to get you there. If you don't know how to do it, hire somebody. If you want to learn how to do it, educate yourself. These are the things you have to do. Take it around to your close friends and relatives and compare it to the industry standard. You could turn on YouTube right now. They'll say, I ain't going to say, well, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, And you could listen to it and say, does it sound like close to that? Because some people don't have the money to go spend and be overcharged by somebody just for something because they don't know. So do it yourself. I listen to some of the music without saying names, but I just say some of this younger generation music, dope. And you could tell they haven't had a mix and master. And I be looking like, I love every bit of it. I love it because they have to do it themselves. They still on the major platforms and they're getting money. It's all about congratulations. Some of the music, I may not agree with it, but I like their hustle. I like how they did it themselves. So all this other stuff that I do and I show, it's for educational purposes. People got to learn, at some point, it's all about money at the end of the day. Like, if you sit down and look at a record label, how they used to work, you would have somebody like me that's sitting there that's been trained. They done spent numerous time in class sessions. They done did sessions. And they got to get paid for their work. So if somebody's sitting there, that engineer has to get paid. The mixer dude got to get paid unless they doing it all themselves. So if you used to come to somebody with an album or record label, the record label used to push like, oh, we got the studios because they had the big money. They had the computers. They had the analog equipment. They had the digital equipment. And they say, come over this way. We go polish it up. Boom. And it sounds great. And let me tell you what they did. They shared it with other people. Like, man, like meaning, listen to this. Yeah, I got this. Let's put out a single. You hear that single? That's Al doing. And they got paid and compensated well, better than the performer. And that's the person who's singing. The performer, right? But it's the record label. That was a part of the industry. So now things have changed. Everybody got a computer. You could probably make a whole song on your cell phone. Straight up. What? This little $1,000 cell phone that people be paying for, iPhones and Androids, I'm pretty sure you could do the same thing. It'll be tough, harder, but can it be done? Yeah. So just think about it. Record labels, the narrative has changed. How many people really go there? People like, wait, if they made, we'll just say somebody from the 80s. Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Dolly Parton. Yes, I'm going to say Dolly Parton. Anybody from them eras, that era, you would think that millionaire status. That's the first thing you think. Millionaire status, right? They sold millions of albums. How much of that money did they really get? How much of that pie was actually chopped up and distributed to the engineers, majority of the record labels, the execs sitting up there that made all that happen? That pie had to get chopped. Now people looking like, if I cut all them out and I sell 1 million plus albums on my own, meaning I got the microphone, I got the keyboards, the VSTs and the instruments, and I did all this, and I sell 1 million albums, would I get equivalent to what they made back in the day? That's the question. Would I get equivalent to what they made back in the day? No. Back then, they didn't have streaming services to where we pay $10, $15, $20 a month. When we get one of these services, Spotify, Apple Music, Android Music, Amazon Music, all these other digital distributors. And I do 1 million streams. We already know the debate and we know the question. It's been a topic of late. It's 0.0003 or 0.00003, something like that, of a penny for each stream. So it's interesting. I'm just saying, y'all. So anyway, I didn't mean to jump off into that, but sometimes you have to. Things change. How would the system be rebuilt for artists? Well, big companies, and I think Ludacris, I'm going to say his name because I've been following him. Ludacris he put it out in his album, one of his albums. He said, start your own company, your own record label. Sign yourself. Do what you got to do. But the powers that be, how educated are you in getting your money? You got ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. You got some of these other publishing companies. You publish your own stuff, and then it's additional work that you have to do. You know what I'm saying? Additional work for you to capture what's yours if you put it on the streaming platform. I think not Big Boy. Who was that? Somebody was just talking. Lloyd Banks of G Unit. He kind of want to sell his album for $100. I think, and I heard this in Curtis King. I think that's where I heard it, and just in general, or somebody else said it. But you kind of look like, is the craft or the music being devalued? Again, is the art of an artist and that their music that they're creating, is it being devalued? That's the question that I ask myself. I look at it. Or is it really about who you know? Now, I'm about to put this out because I think I'm in the right ballpark. When people, how can I say this? We'll just say urban. The urban people. Meaning, they like, what you mean by urban? Y'all know what I mean by I say urban. The music has changed. With hip hop at 50, me and my wife discussed, I never heard of a rock and roll at 50, pop music at 50, disco at 50, none of that stuff, just hip hop, right? But the art has changed. And I'm going to say this because this is kind of what I believe. The people with the connections, those big execs, the music industry is a money machine. We all know that. We know that. Certain artists that we would say is better than somebody, by whose standard, is not getting their due. Meaning, we'll say Drake 3000. We heard the Flute deal, right? Listened to the album, glanced at it like, oh, okay. He said there was no rapping. If you read the fine print, a lot of people felt indifferent. But, hey, no rapping. If he was to put out an album, because if you watch that GQ thing on YouTube, he goes a little bit into, he has a little backing of people that he work with. But he said it's also about timing. It's also about timing. You know, everybody trying to go viral. But this is what I believe. I'm trying to get to the point that I believe in. Some of the people that are at the top, artists that are in the limelight, big time, some people wonder how they got there. Hence, how they got there. And some people feel like they don't belong. But of course, to them, they feel like they do. Because they're there. You could say Nicki Minaj. I think she belongs there. That's my opinion. Somebody else would say something different. Cardi B. I think she belonged there. Megan Thee Stallion. These are the names. That's 3 females. They belong there. It's all about timing. It's the generations. It moves with the music. It moves. And then you will hear, I can't, like, R&B. Where has it gone? Did they stop making R&B? Then they'll say SZA's out there. Yes, SZA is out there. They give you a couple other names. What's my girl? Jasmine Sullivan. She popped and went down. But, you know, how does that equate to what's really going on? Back in the day, let's see, back in the, let's say, 80s and 90s, even probably early 2000s, when somebody was dropping an album, you would hear, we're going to push our release date back because so-and-so coming out. We don't want to clash and have to fight for the sales of our album, because back then, albums were the stuff. CDs, cassette tapes. You have to tangibly go purchase that to get that sale, and companies made big profit. Nowadays, they just releasing it like it'll be out there forever. So some of these people are being pushed by people that have dollars. Let's just put it out there. Whether we like it or not, it ain't about, it's do the youth like it? That's another thing. Who controls the way the music industry runs? That's another question. Is it controlled? You know, like I heard Dre say it, and he said it best. I don't knock on, he didn't say it in these words, but I know I related to Dre with that. If I don't like it, I'm turning. Click. Or I listen to my type of music anyway. But when I do reach out, listen, I'll be like, I just to feel the pulse of the music. You'll catch some stuff that's dope, that's good. Or you'll be like, I don't like it, next one. And keep moving. And that's the post that you got to have. So a lot of things you see in the media, it is what it is. It's a perspective or perception of what you see. Is it real or is it not? You know, hey, this is T-Mac, T-Mad, a Madhouse Pro. Thank you guys for watching. I didn't mean to jump in that. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, the content. Hit the like, subscribe. I never thought I'd be saying that. This is Thanksgiving. Y'all be thankful for all that you have. Enjoy your year. Be blessed. Enjoy the holidays. Love your family and friends. And love God. Peace. I'm out.